time. It is time for project number 3 in the 12 projects of Christmas 2025. This is Amy Rich. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Happy to be with you to share a little known Snowflake Kisses bundle, which I believe is in the new in September online exclusives. And we've got the stamp set, which is filled with some great sentiments here, but also I think it's the dies that steal the show. So I'm going to use the dies. I'm going to use the stamp set. So buy it in a bundle because you'll want both. And then also I'm going to bring in the traditional labels, which I introduced to you in project number 2. And the reason is I wanted to get a little more Christmassy than the Snowflake Kisses stamp set is. And we'll talk about that when we get that far. But I also want to introduce some beautiful glimmer paper. This is from the Peaceful Garden Suite collection in the September to December mini catalog. And you can see it comes in 3 colors. And it's on the back, I think they call it blue, dark gray, and soft green, I think is what they call it. And for me, I kind of feel like this is blueberry bushel, kind of. Secret Sea and cloud cover. You'll see it's not quite cloud cover, but it works well with cloud cover. So we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it all the way. And I love the glimmer paper and I love it with snowflakes. So even better. Let's take a look at the dies. So the first thing I want to share with you is this beautiful die right here. So you will cut your paper the size that you want, and I would suggest somewhere around 4 by 5 1/4, because then you get this piece, and it cuts a negative image. So what you've got left is this, and I haven't quite poked out everything because I wanted you to see and talk about how I got it to cut through actually pretty easily. My little trick for this was to actually flip it so that it was upside down. So when I ran this through, I actually ran it through this way so that it cut on that white paper side. And that's because the paper is a little tough. And in order for you to get it all the way through the first time, and actually pretty easily, I flipped it over to the back side. Now it doesn't work if it's if it's facing in a certain direction or something like that. But for this particular project, it worked just fine. So I did that. Look at how pretty that is. Gorgeous. And we're actually going to put that onto a piece of cloud cover cardstock. So you can see it is similar in color, but not exactly the same, but that's okay because we want that glimmer to pop a little bit. And the fact that it's not quite exactly the same color is, I think, quite all right. So I'm just going to put adhesive in a few places, and for sure around the edges, and just maybe in a couple larger spots on the snowflakes that are around it. So you can see, if you did it in white, it would be really pretty also. I just wanted to really glitz and glam this up. So I used that glimmer paper instead. All right, then we're gonna just mount that on to our card base. And let's work on getting that border a little more even. Okay, so we'll add this like that. Beautiful. All right, let's talk about the next die that we're going to use, and that is the circle that fits right inside. So for this now, I took a piece of basic white and I used that for my circle to go inside. Here's what I want to talk about. Check out the detail on here. So each little hole in here, the bigger ones, are a little snowflake. And then every other one is just a pierced dot. Look at the detail there. It is so pretty, and that's just with this one die right here. So I'm going to next add my sentiment. which I'm going to do all my sentiments in Secret C. And that is just to contrast the glitz and glimmer of our cloud cover. I almost said cloud cake. Cloud cover paper there. Okay, so I'm going to take out, if kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. I thought this would be really cute for like a grand kid. Oh gosh, it would be so sweet. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So we'll put a few on the back. On a circle, I like to do spread 3 out, or 4 if it's a bigger circle. And then we'll add this to the front. So sweet. All right, so we've used a couple really cool dies. The next one is this one right here, which I just cut out. That die, which produces 4 little snowflakes. So I'm going to add a couple of them here in some of the open white spaces. 3 is a good number, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to use the 3 smallest ones here. So we'll put that one in there, this one over here, and this one up here. Okay, so cute. So it brings together the decorative outside in with the sentiment here. Now that we've used all 3 of these dies, let's move over to this these dies here. So here we've got 3 little snowflakes, and then tiny ones, a string of tiny ones, the same as the 2 that are in this one. So you could actually cut looks like 9 of those at a time if you really wanted to. And then here's another little label with those same little snowflakes that would punch out of the sides. And this one is kind of unique. I cut a piece of basic white cardstock, 4x5 1/4, and then I put that one up close to the corner, and then it cuts out that little border. Love that. And I wanted to draw in the same glimmer paper on the inside as I did on the outside. So I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive. This time I'm just going to go to my old standby, my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to put a little adhesive around those snowflakes, and then I'm going to put that face down on top of it, so when you flip it over, you've got that showing through, which is so pretty. And then that will just go into place here as soon as we stamp our sentiment. I want to stamp it first. And this is where the traditional labels stamp set comes in. So we're going to grab the Mary, and we're going to stamp it kind of off to the side here to go with our snowflakes. I want to tuck it in so that I have room to write. And then Christmas, and then wishes last. Look at how pretty that tucks right in there, and then you still have space to write. So I did use the Secret C ink pad to kind of offset the light colors that we're working with here. And I think it works pretty well. So we'll put adhesive on there. Tuck that in. Oh, it's so pretty. And there's the outside. One last thing, one last little detail that I want to add to the front here. And that would be some rhinestones. Oh man, if we don't have enough glitz and glitter right now, we're going to add a little more. Okay, so we're going to take our rhinestones. I don't know where my take your pick tool is. I mean, I think I might, but I was too lazy to go grab it. Let me just use my fingers. How about that? What a concept. And we're going to add these rhinestones into the centers of the snowflakes because I can. That's why. All right, so we're going to use the bigger ones so they really can pop on there. So the biggest rhinestones will go on the biggest snowflakes around the border there. And I think, oh, one more. Okay, and then we'll do 3 little ones in here. Oh my gosh. So much glitz and glimmer. Wouldn't this be cute for a grandchild? Oh my word. Yeah, love it. Oh, how it sparkles. The perfect project for project number 3, don't you think? I can't wait till project number 4 because we're going to do a fun fold. And project number 5 is going to be a fun fold. We have so much to show and share yet. I hope you come back for more. Thank you for joining me for project number 3.